What do you know about the Olympics?
International sporting event where people from all nations are coming to compete on many different sports.
The modern Olympics are a fairly long-running event every 4 years when sports people from all over the world gather together to take part in all sorts of sports.
It's a sporting event for all the nations around the world to come in and compete, and the best of the best.
Do you see any sporting events in Northern Ireland, and which ones?
Rugby. I would watch some rugby, a bit of Gaelic football.
Go to some of the Northern Ireland football matches because they're, like I say, they're mental, they're great fun, like everyone just goes up and they're having a laugh, and we are the best supporters in the world, Northern Ireland fans, like you can't beat them. But yeah, like I say, it's a great atmosphere more than anything else.
I sometimes go to see like football matches, like Gaelic Antrim playing and Casement Park and stuff, but go to see my brother play when he's playing Gaelic as well, football, Rosario. Not in a big way though. I used to play netball and I'd go to them matches.
I'd watch rugby. I'd watch a lot of schoolboy rugby, which my son plays, watch a bit of rowing, cricket. Not desperately interested in football, not play a bit of golf, play a bit of tennis, but I'm not a huge kind of sport. Rugby is it.
Do you have a favourite sport?
Yes, several sports. I like swimming as one of the sports. I like, my son is into rugby, so I started discovering rugby since I came here. Unbelievable sport. Football, of course, but I'm not a fanatic, but you know, that's the sports I will look.
I actually like ice hockey, typically because I'm Canadian, and I would really enjoy watching rugby as well.
I used to play camogie. I love Gaelic football and I love hurling. They would probably be my favourite sports. Very involved in the GAA.
I would follow gymnastics and Winter Olympics sometimes, but that would be about it.
Favourite sport is athletics because I have taken part in athletics for many a year and still do. So I'm still a practicing athlete, but not practicing very much now, as you can see.
Who's your favourite sports star?
Favourite sports star? Oh, probably Rooney. I like a little bit of activity, a little bit of style.
Usain Bolt, because he is a legend. He's like from a different planet. It's amazing. He's just so inspiring.
Has to be a runner. Paula Radcliffe.
Chris Hoy. Just because he, in my opinion, he is a true sports star. He gives 100%. He lives the life you're supposed to live. He leads a good example. And really, in my opinion, can't get much better than him.
David Beckham probably, because he's good at what he does, but at the same time he's good in the celebrity sense of the way. He's a good role model, and it helps that he's really good looking as well.
Do you think sport serves to develop the mind and the body?
It most certainly does, because it's teamwork and competition.
It's just the thrill of it, so it is. I mean, it's good to play obviously with your friends, and it can just help you a lot to even relax or just forget about things that are on your mind.
I'm a big sports girl myself, and I think it's really important, and it brings out best qualities in most people.
What do you think about the Olympics being a philosophy of life?
Is there an Olympic philosophy now? It's professional sport. The Olympic ideal's gone, really, hasn't it?
I think the concept of the Olympics, its roots, its history, I think everything about it, what it embodies, and the vision of the Olympic athlete and the Olympian. I think in recent times the Olympics has been tarnished a little bit with the drugs and all the bad things that go along in every walk of life, and I think the Olympics has come out of it stronger, and I'd very much, I would enjoy being an Olympic athlete. I think it's the pinnacle of any sporting career, and I think it says a lot about you as a person and the values that the Olympics engenders.
I think that the Olympics probably used to be hugely valuable in terms of I suppose individuals achieving a great deal in the notion of amateur sport, but I think it's changed an awful lot now, and I think there's a huge degree of commercialism, and there'd be serious question marks about the value of the Olympics today as compared to maybe 20 or 30 years ago?
I don't think the Olympics is a philosophy of life. I think it's a commercial event to get people to pay to see the events, for the city that's being held in to get sponsorship and to promote tourism and to promote the city it's being held in. I think that's overtaken from the actual any philosophy that perhaps was there at the beginning of the Olympic tradition.
What do you think is the most important thing if you want to succeed at sport?
Dedication and commitment.
Determination, commitment, and belief in yourself.
Good training. Yeah. You need to be a big team player, so you do, because it's all about that, and well, strength helps a bit.
Tenacity. I think that for everything in life, not just in sport, but you've got to have a mind to win, a mind to work, and just keep on in there.
You have to be committed, you have to sacrifice a lot, and you have to have a massive drive.
I think discipline's probably the most important thing to succeed in sports, because you have to be very disciplined in terms of your diet and your whole life in general.
Do you think the Olympics happening in London in 2 years' time will have a positive impact on sport here in Northern Ireland?
I'm not very sure that it will, to be perfectly honest with you. I think there's an awful lot of talk about whether some of the teams might come here to train. I mean, maybe they will. As far as I know, there are no Olympic sports taking place here in terms of proper competition. I think that's probably unfortunate, but it is London and this is Northern Ireland, so it's a bit of a nonsense to say it's the London Olympics and then have something happening in Belfast.
I think if previous histories are anything to go by, we'll get very little from it. We'll get very little from it. The only thing we'll get is more expensive EasyJet flights to England.
Were you in Barcelona when the Olympics were happening?
Yes, I was in Barcelona. It was fabulous. Lots of life and everywhere. A lot of construction going on. They restored the port, and the city was transformed. And a lot of investment, of course, from foreign countries as well. And so it was fantastic and improved. I think so. From that time, Barcelona changed of the level of tourists. It increases the number of tourists to visit the city just because it's been so much promoted as an event that it changed the face of the city, you know. Now you go to Barcelona now, it's tourism everywhere, businesses are flourishing, it's unbelievable. So I suppose if in Northern Ireland comes something related with the Olympics, it can attract also people from other places. That I suppose is the objective of that.